Welcome back everybody, it's me, Dumhands92, and we are back today with MotoGP 22 and continuing our career mode. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me and my channel and my videos. And don't forget to hit that all important bell so you don't miss any of them as they drop onto YouTube. So yes, we are back with our Moto2 season and we have been crowned the Moto2 World Champion. Statistically, or mathematically, should we say, 169 points in front of Aaron Canet after a couple of weird results from the AI, granted. But yeah, we've got 5 races left with 25 points. There is no way that anyone can catch up with us. So pretty much we can have 5 races now to do what we want to do and to do what we can. And we do have the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP contract in the bag for next year as well. So, really good season we've had so far as we head into Japan. Like I said, we've got 5 races left. Not many weeks to go now. And it's going to be wet qualifying. That could be very interesting. It's going to be a dry race though, so we're just going to have to see how we can get on around this weekend. It might be damage limit. Well, I would not even damage limitations. It doesn't really matter. We have the championship in the bag. I haven't been able to create the new crash chamber that I wanted to yet. Just really haven't had time to sort that out. But I wanted to get a video out for MotoGP 22 for this week. With being on holiday next week, I might have to reduce the videos down to 2 videos. Hopefully I can give you 3. If I'm not, unfortunately it's only 2. So for that I'll apologise. But yeah, I'll see how I get on. Hopefully I can have some time to get these videos ready for you, so that you can see some decent footage and some decent gameplay. So development tests, not really bothered because we're not going to be here next year. We are obviously moving on to MotoGP in that factory Yamaha racing team. So I'm just going to sort of get out there really and see what sort of lap times we can do compared to the AI. What I am going to do is just forward the time ever so slightly, give it sort of 19 minutes. I don't know if the track will dry because I think it is actually raining. I don't think it's wet. So yeah, we're just going to give the AI a decent chance to set some laps here basically, and then I'm going to get out and see how close we can get to. So at the moment we've got 25 minutes left of this session. It's 1 minute 58.3 around this racetrack in Japan. So I'm going to jump out now and see how we can get on and get ready for qualifying. I will catch up with everybody once we have finished. Free practice. Sorry, once we have finished free practice, and we are about to head into qualifying. Okay, so we might have a little bit of a woeful weekend here. Motegi in the wet isn't the nicest track in the world anyway. Granted, I didn't do as many laps, to be fair. 158.8 is probably the quickest lap I've done in raining conditions. Let's take a look at the combined. So in dry and track conditions, a 158.1, which wasn't bad. Wasn't bad considering we're only at sort of a tenth off of Tony Arbolino there, so not bad for that one. Obviously, that does mean that that's the conditions for the weekend, or so for qualifying. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where we come for qualifying. We have had to turn on the traction control system just to try and help us around this circuit because it's incredibly difficult. So anyway, joined from Q1, Albert Arenas, Mangal Gonzalez, our teammates, Joey Roberts and Fermin Aldeguer. So both Brits, or all 3 Brits should I say, including ourselves, into Q2 straight off the bat. So the reason I didn't do as many laps in the FP3 is because, as you can see there from my front tyres, we pretty much used all of our front tyres just to try and get used to this track. So development tests, not so great, but then we were not really bothered about development tests as per se. We've won the championship anyway, so we don't really need to develop the bike that much. Qualifying objective is front row. I don't actually think we're going to be able to accomplish that, but yeah, I'm going to get straight onto track now. We've got 14 minutes. I've got 1 set of tyres, so we need to be able to get a decent lap in here. We're looking for about a 1:4:58, I think, if not pushing into a 1:57. So we just need to get out on track and see how we can get on. Hopefully we can get a lap that gets us on the front row. I do think we'll be better off in the race, but we shall see. Here's my quickest lap. Okay, so we come under the bridge. There's no way these lap times are going to stand. We currently sit at a 1:59 in 7th place with a 1:58.4 being the top lap. Now I know we can do much better than that lap. It's just a case of can we put it together and put it down on track is the question. We're going to get right behind Jorge Navarro through here. Hopefully he didn't get in my way too much as we were coming through there. We are on a better lap. So far we go a bit wide there, mate. No way I needed to brake that early. Slightly got the bike out of shape coming into that corner. It lost me a lot of time. Right, out the corner. Currently doing quicker. Not sure that's going to stand though. Felt incredibly close not to getting that stop there. Very tricky this part. That felt pretty good though. Lap time looks pretty good. What are we going to do as we cross the line? A 1:58.1. So that pretty much matches the lap time that we got in FP2. I don't see any red sectors as of yet. Have we clinched pole here in a race that I really didn't think at the start of this weekend we were going to get anywhere near the front row? But I still don't see any red sectors, so let's just see how this pans out. We might have been lucky enough to get pole there. That was hard. That took a lot of focus through that. Very stressed. Feeling very hot. Let's see how we get on. There's only 30 seconds left of this session. Well, I am shocked. That is genuinely a weekend. I did not think we were going to be in pole position when we started an FP1. But, nevertheless, somehow we have managed to nick pole there in a pretty good lap, to be fair. Felt good. Could have been better in some areas, I think, but otherwise, that felt good, that lap.
Hello and welcome.
So this is going to be the interesting thing now. We haven't done any dry sessions in this weekend. So it's going to be very interesting. For one, as to what tyres to choose. I think it's going to be a medium. Well, it reckons hard. Definitely not going for a hard front tyre. That could cause me problems towards the end of the race, but I'm definitely not going for a hard front tyre. That ain't happening. You just have absolutely no grip on the front end. So, obviously we do have traction control and anti-wheelie on because of free practice. So, we're going to keep them to 1. Hopefully that doesn't hinder us too much. During the we can turn it off actually. I only want to use it during the wet because I can't use these bikes in the wet. With that no traction control, it is wow, impossible. So, yeah, here we go then. Podium is the objective. Podium is what our team would like. We're going to try, obviously, for that as hard as we can. We're on medium tyres. Let's see if anybody else has gone medium. There's a lot of hard fronts coming in. Have we made the wrong decision? There's a soft rear, soft front. We're gonna skip because the AI looks like it's just going straight on into turn 1 and it's going to crash our bikes into the corner. And you do start with damage. So here we go. Touches in, revs up for the Japanese Grand Prix. As the lights go out, we are a go at Motegi. Here we are. Powering down into turn 1. onto the brakes. Oh, that's such a nice feeling to be on slicks. Power out of the corner here. Gap to Celestino Vieja is already over a second. So we come braking into this left-hander. We've got 6 laps around here. It's going to be a bit different. We're going to have to get used to it for the first couple of laps. But hopefully, obviously the AI won't have done any dry sessions either. .5 the gaps now. So if we can get a decent lead, Aaron Canet is coming through the field though. But yeah, if we can get a decent lead here, of sort of like 2 to 3 seconds, we could probably manage, as I spit everywhere, we could probably manage the front tyre. Meaning that the medium tyre will last us. The gap is still at 2.6. So we're still looking good at the moment. Coming into the hairpin, right-hander. Here we go. Out of the hairpin. Gap's 2.6 now. Coming up still. I mean, even if we can maintain the 2.6 gap lead, that would be good. Aaron Canet has got past Celestino Vietti though. If there is anyone that is going to catch us up and make us push ourselves, it is most definitely Aaron Canet. We've got 1.5 laps of extra fuel. The gap is already under 2 seconds. So he is most definitely on his way to catching us up. We need to pick up the pace ever so slightly here. Don't really want Aaron Canet catching me up that much. I wasn't paying attention to my braking zone. A little wide, but we still managed to get it stopped. Not looking, just because we haven't done any dry sessions, I'm just going to have a lap of not even looking at that table to find out where they are. We're going for a fully focused lap here and getting a lot of it wrong. Also just trying to test out this bike and find out. We did have a quick glance there, it was a 3.2, eh? It'll come down here, I think, because we're not very quick around this sector. We are, of course, 3.5. So we are, of course, using Power Mapping 3 there, which does help, of course. Power out of, wow, 4 seconds. Okay. Let's keep this pace up then. Quickest lap of the race so far with a 1:52.9. And the AI have crossed the line, so that was by far the quickest lap so far of this race. We are on lap 3 of 6. Front tyre is still feeling very good here. That is obviously going to be a factor as well. We did go for that medium front tyre, and at the moment it's paying off. It has to be said, at the moment it is paying off. Just trying to save up a little bit of fuel towards the end of this race, just in case they have a little bit of late race pace, which with that hard front tyre, technically, they should have. But then we're not being too demanding on our front tyre as much. And it looks like they're battling, because Adrian Fernandez, the rookie for MotoGP this season, of course, with the new season kicking off, I believe at the end of this week. I think the practice Portimao test has just finished. as I'm recording this footage. But yeah, so they're battling behind us, which is good, which is holding them up, of course. Which is great for us, because we are literally just getting our head down. That was slow. That felt slow, that. We're not going to lie, that didn't feel very good at all. Or... power out the corner, 2 laps of fuel remaining, 3.5 the gap. Power out that corner, the gap's still over 3 seconds. Not bad, considering we hadn't actually done any race time or even test time with the dry tyre on, so this is a very good show. Aaron Canet still second at the moment. Round the left-hander, flick it to the right. Do make the left-hander. Adrian Fernandez is now back in front of Aaron Canet. Can he be the one to start catching us up here? Gap's 3.7, still over 3 seconds. That's good, that's comfortable. I don't feel like I'm pushing too much either, so that's okay. Oh, that gap's come down a lot in that last sector. That obviously wasn't a very good strong sector for me then. Here we go, we're going to go for power map in 3. Tyres still feel good, and that gap is now under 3 seconds. We're just going to have a lap at power map in 3. Stick a rather competitive lap in here, so we can manage that gap in the last lap. There's a little bit more front brake than I would have liked. A little bit more wheelie than I would have liked as well. Nice line through there though, that felt good. Out the corner, gap's back to 3.5 seconds, lovely to see. Oh, very really nearly didn't get that stop. Power out of the corner, gap's back to 3.7. As we come down this straight, just going to smack that back down to power map in 2. We come into this heavy braking zone here. Need to nail this. We obviously messed it up last time, because the AI's caught us up quite a bit. That felt good. Gap's 3.5 now as we start our last lap, and I believe that is going to be another quickest lap of the race with a 1:51.4. Out of the first corner for the final time here. We are on our final lap now with a gap of 3.5. We've just got to manage that gap. Tyres have been good to us. We haven't had to push them, to be fair. We haven't had to push our tyres. I imagine if we were in the battle, and trying to grab a lot more of that front tyre, relying on that front tyre a lot more, at least. Anyway, we would have had a bit of problem. But luckily we haven't needed it. We've been able to coast through some of the corners and rely on that front tyre grip to get us round the corner, of course. Okay, here we go. Coming down into the final sector of this lap now. So we come round the hairpin. Don't make a mistake and get on those curbs. Out of the hairpin for the final time. Coming down this back straight. And onto the brake. For a very tricky right-hander. For the final time. We're going to release the brake there as we were a little bit too heavy on the brake, but it doesn't really matter. We're just making sure we get round this last sector without any issues. So we come round the final corner and out of the final corner and down the main straight. The gap's dropped to 2 seconds, but that's not a problem for us. There is a crash. There was a crash there at the final lap. Looks like there's a couple of back markers there that might have crashed. There we go. Look at that. 151.4, the quickest lap of the race. A second quicker than Augusto Fernandez. Is there anybody that was in the 151s? No. Oh yes, there is. Marcel Schrotter with a 151.9. So well done to Marcel Schrotter. He was the only other rider. Yeah. Safe to say that was a hell of a lot easier to drive around in the dry than it was the wet. Which isn't a surprise. We are now 170 points in front of Aaron Canet, and our team are 102 points in front of Red Bull KTM. So brilliant from our team, though our team is also still winning the championship. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, we can bag that championship for the team and not just ourselves. Obviously, we are Moto2 World Champion already, but yeah, hopefully we can bag it for the team as well. That'd be pretty cool. So we gain the reputation there. We gain a few credits. And obviously development tests there that we're not too concerned about. We do have something that... Oh, okay. We've just finished our electronics upgrade. So what we can do is we can assign some people... we can assign some staff to these that aren't doing anything. So obviously we've got the engineers that were doing the electronical side. We've got them free. They're available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Sergio to that team, and we are going to come back out and go into engine, and we are just going to add the last 2 of these guys here into that team just to try and increase that as well. So yeah, 3 weeks we've got until both of those upgrades can be done as well. We've got a technical staff, a replace data analyst that would like us, but they are very poor on engine, so no thank you. We will stick with our guy that we have at the moment. So that is all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. We are at Thailand for the next Grand Prix at the Bang, I believe it is, Bang International Circuit or something like that. But yeah, hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. If you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel and my videos. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you don't miss any of them as they drop onto the channel. And I shall see you all in the next video.